Hey food nerds, I'm Julianne Fader, the gastro nerd, and pickled anything is something I love. I could eat pickled cucumbers, also commonly known as pickles, pickled onions or shallots like we'll be making today, pickled anything. I love them and I put it on my sandwiches, in my salads. I remember being so intimidated by pickles, I would only go out and buy them, and then I realized it's actually really easy to make pickles at home. In fact, making pickled shallots or onions, which I love, a great condiment for, like I said, sandwiches or salads and also tacos, take about 2 minutes, and I will show you how. So to begin, we're going to need your pickling object of choice, in this case shallots. Shallots, if you're not familiar with them, they look a lot like onions. They're a little bit sweeter. They've got a little more attitude, I think. I love them. I use them for everything. You can almost use them interchangeably. They're a little bit more delicate. Onions work completely fine for this too. And then, of course, our pickling liquid. Now, what does pickle mean? It's vinegar, it's acid, and it is an age-old technique used to preserve foods. So very commonly back in the day, long before the beautiful refrigerator or freezer, you need to pickle. If you wanted your produce to last all year round, you needed to pickle things, and pickling the vinegar prevents from any of that nasty bacteria from coming in, so it'll stay safe to eat. And it adds that wonderful acidic flavor. Today, obviously, we have a refrigerator. We don't need to pickle to preserve food. We just enjoy it for the flavor. So the pickling liquid can be a variety of different types of vinegars. You can use white wine vinegar, rice wine vinegar, any vinegar, really. Today, I'm going to use a mix. I love the flavor. This is cider vinegar. If you've heard of apple cider, this is the vinegar form. It just means it went bad, and so it's tasty. And then red wine vinegar, classic. These are definitely great for salad dressing, so many uses, great to have in your pantry. Also, I love the color that the red wine gives to the pickle, nice and pink. Then I like a little sweet in the pickle to balance out the acidity, so just some granulated sugar. So here we have about 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar, a tablespoon of granulated sugar, and mind you, I'm only doing 1 shallot, so I'm making a very small amount of pickling liquid. This could also go for more. 2 tablespoons of water just to kind of mellow it out a bit. I like a little spice in my pickles, so I'm putting a few chili flakes, just a dash. And then of course, like everything needs salt, I'm gonna do about a ½ teaspoon of salt. So you gotta have salt. It kicks in and seals in the flavor. So first things first, I'm gonna get my pickling liquid on the stove because it's important that the sugar dissolve into the vinegar. Also, it's nice when it's hot. The hot pickling liquid, you can do a cold pickle. Hot pickle is much quicker. The hot liquid is going to really permeate. It's going to get into that vegetable or that shallot that we're using real fast, so we can enjoy this today. So first, in with my vinegars. And this is just a small saucepan. My water, sugar, just a dash. You can go as spicy as you want. And then, last but not least, my salt. That's it. Onto the stove. All I'm doing here is bringing this up to a boil so the sugar melts with the vinegar and they become one. Now I'm gonna cut my shallot and then I'm almost done. As my pickling liquid comes up to a boil, I'm gonna quickly cut my shallots. I like really thin cuts, really thin slices of whatever I'm doing, especially when it comes to onions, which have a very strong flavor. They're gonna absorb the pickling liquid super fast, and on top of it, it's gonna be just a really nice, subtle addition to whatever I'm making. Done cutting, I'm just gonna put them right into here. Generally, when you're gonna pickle something, put it into a non-metal bowl. Here's glass, that's great if you have a really sturdy plastic, but the thing is, metal and acidity don't usually do well together, so just play it safe so you don't take on any metallic flavors. Keep it neutral. Here my pickling liquid is ready. I'm gonna go and pickle. Nice and boiled. Just gonna pour this right over. Just make sure that whatever you're cooking is fully submerged by the pickling liquid. That way you make sure it's an evenly pickled pickle. Of course, if you want to preserve these, you can put them in a jar. You can can them. But for now, just open like this, We're gonna let them cool naturally at room temperature until they're just cool to the touch, not ready yet, and then they'll be ready to eat. And then of course, once they're done, you can eat them today or stick them in your fridge and enjoy them for the rest of the week. These will usually last about a week to 2 weeks in the fridge. And of course, like I said, you can preserve them and have them forever. You could be doing your ancestors proud by pickling. So there you have it, the basic pickle, pickled shallots. We're gonna enjoy these later in some delicious tacos. Thanks for watching The Gastro Nerd. I'm Julianne Fader. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do it right over there by clicking that button to subscribe, and stay tuned for more delicious nerdiness to come.